Hi, Jen Gilchrist here. Happy to be here for the week of December 25th through 31st. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy New Year, all of it. I'm just excited to be here with all of you. I cannot believe that we are at the end of 2023. That's crazy. So I'm going to be using to start with the Sacred Earth Oracle. Now, this is a deck I've had it for a while, but I haven't used it a lot. It's very beautiful. I just have so many different decks. Sometimes you gravitate towards one or the other. My intention, I support sensitive, highly sensitive people, empathic, intuitive people who have gone through a level of awakening to move through their fears and blocks and doubts, align with their higher path and purpose, cultivate their intuition, and really live a life that they love. And so if you are here today, I am excited for you because I know there's going to be a message here for you. Even if you don't know if this is what I just said is for you, I trust that when people are watching these videos, that there will be a message for you. So this first card is context. This is so beautiful. So the first thing I'm seeing, and I read a lot intuitively, and again, these particular decks have a very in-depth meaning. So if you happen to have this deck, you might have special meaning for you. Oh, is that almost the same picture I got? But what I'm noticing here of this is the first thing I was noticing is the dragonfly, which represents often a level of transformation, and the throat chakra, just on an intuitive level. I feel like there's a level of transformation happening. There could be a sense of you stepping into your power, stepping into your truth, speaking your truth, right? Maybe you've been withholding a conversation, or maybe it's just about you honoring your own inner voice and your authentic self. This could really be translated in many ways. I'm sure we're going to get more details as we move through. That's something that I was seeing. Now, with the word context, what comes to mind is I feel like there's a level of perception that you might be being called to question, or to just maybe zoom out into a spiritual perspective. So what you're being called to do is like look at the situation, whatever situation is for you. Could be with a person, could be with yourself, relationship with yourself, with source, with your business, with others, but really zoom out into that spiritual perspective and see if there's a little bit different point of view, or if you're feeling emotionally charged about something, how can you pull out and see a perspective of a more spiritual vantage point perspective, right? From that space of neutrality, right? Not judging something black and white, right or wrong, this way, that way. It's like really zooming out into that higher viewpoint. Also, like if you are working with, if this is about something with another person, then it could be maybe there's a context that was mistaken. So it could also be interpreted that way as well. The next card that I see is center. And this is where I'm seeing center in your heart. Center in your heart. And this is interesting because on an intuitive level, I'm seeing the heart chakra. And then again, that kind of that third eye / crown chakra area, which is your spiritual truth, your spiritual perspective, your spiritual knowing, your ability to know and see the truth about yourself or others or circumstances or situations, even if that's what next steps to take about a situation you're in with yourself and you're not, it's hard for you. You're maybe you're in a fear position of like, I don't see there's a possible way or outcome. This is saying, change your perspective. Let's zoom out and see the truth, see opportunity. There's always an opportunity to align with something new, something more aligned, something more abundant, something more happy or prosperous or peaceful, right? Whatever it might be. Again, whether this is with yourself or others, but tuning into your heart, speaking your truth, seeing from that higher perspective. And this says center. So I'm feeling like there's a sense of like ground yourself. Sometimes when we're getting into our mind or our fear, or we're overthinking, or in a space of too far into the future, worrying about something, or the past, ruminating about something, right? None of that's really effective, right? Your power is in the present. So this is about being grounded, being centered, being out of your knee-jerk reaction or your emotional feelings. It's not about disregarding your emotions, because your emotions do tell you a lot about where you are, what you are truly feeling, right? Where your misalignments are happening, where it is you're being called to do some healing work, perhaps, right? So this is about, I think the main thing is just being centered in the eye of the hurricane, being centered out of your emotional body, your mental body, and being centered in that higher truth and perspective with yourself, so that you can see things clearly, right? And then know how to, in some cases, have a conversation or what action to take from this more aligned, centered place. And I kept kind of feeling and hearing the eye of the hurricane. Clarity. Okay, I don't look at these cards except for one at a time. And so that's going to give you the clarity. It's going to give you the clarity of direction, the clarity of your next steps, the clarity of your vision, the clarity of your truth, right? Whatever this circumstance is for you. And I do see this being rooted. And so what I'm feeling with this is, as you take these steps, if you have the opportunity really to ground, I'm just kind of seeing this being like what I'm, again, reading very intuitively. These cards, if you have the deck, you may have a secondary meaning for you. But this feels like you're going to ground this into fruition, right? If you can come up into your higher truth, see the context from a more spiritual perspective, get that clarity, center yourself, you're going to be grounded into action that can bring this into tangible reality. Like I'm just seeing the earth energy. I'm seeing the root chakra, which is a lot about bringing things into the physical 3D, but from your spiritual gifts, from that alignment, right? Creating that alignment. So that's what another way to interpret, which isn't really different than what I said, but could be another way of viewing this. There could be like a throat chakra block here. You're being called to be in your heart and in your higher self so that you can see the truth and get centered and grounded. And then as you do that, you're going to be very centered and grounded, and then you'll be able to know the tangible action to take. Okay, so I think there's different perspectives. I'm going to work with this Oracle, Unicorn Oracle deck next. Oh no, this is actually not the Unicorn deck. Okay, this is Lightworkers Oracle, I believe. And this says trust in the plan. See, you're not alone in this. As you're doing that, you're actually starting to wield in your ancestors, your angels, your guides, source, universe, God. You know, you actually are just wielding, like wield your power, your spiritual power in a way that, of course, is in alignment with your truth, with your heart, right? There's nothing, that is your true power, not power in the distorted sense of misalignment, right? Abusive power. This is about your true spiritual power, right? There's power in that, and you are not alone. You have support. Look at your starseed guides, your angels, source. You know, you're really at this point, trust in the plan, trust in the divine plan. We have to let go of the old in order to step into the new. And it's interesting how, well, it doesn't surprise me, because each month I channel a workshop, and it's like every reading has been like so on point with this month's workshop theme. But stepping into your next level identity, integrating that, stepping to new, consciously creating what you want, right? Manifesting at that next level. And so that's really what I'm seeing here as well. So these are the potential roadblocks and action steps that you can take, always tuning in and trusting your intuition. Absolutely. And then trust in that larger plan of surrendering the how and knowing that you're not alone in that, using your and calling forward your spiritual support. So one of the things I'm going to put in as a free gift, actually, I'm going to put 2 free gifts in a workshop. Okay, the workshop is a small paid offer, but it's high value for the cost for sure. So the first 2 free gifts is, for some of you, I feel like this could very well be about releasing soul contracts, agreements, unconscious patterns, you know, unhealthy imbalance with people, like especially because the throat chakra is here. It could be about another person. So I'm going to put releasing, releasing kind of the unhealthy binds we have with others. I'm going to put that as a free guided meditation. I'm also going to put connecting with your spirit team meditation, which is also free. Meet your spirit guides, because I can clearly see them there, and you're being called to connect even more fully with your higher self, and then trusting that divine plan. I just see so much help there for you that you might, sometimes when we're in fear or in our head or in our mind or in our emotions or wounding or whatever, we can get locked into this perspective that there's not, this is the context, that's perspective shift, right? That this is messed up, this is wrong, this isn't going to work, there's no answer, or there's only one answer, and I don't love my choices, right? Like that's all really not true, but sometimes we can feel that, which can feel very true. So these are the steps to guide you into that higher alignment, but then trusting the plan is important, right? And so I'm going to give you the Meet Your Spirit Guides as another free option. If you feel called to work with your spirit guides more deeply, or maybe new spirit guides, you could use that meditation to call in a new spirit guide. And then I'm also going to put in my Archangel Jophiel workshop, because this is all about stepping into and integrating your next level identity. I feel like you've been doing lots of transformation work. Now it's integrating that and owning this for yourself, because if we don't see ourselves as this next level version, we can't really create from that space. And then there's a whole, the activation is so powerful to support you in really releasing fears and doubts and limitations, so that you can really start off 2024 with an entirely new vibration and motivation and clean slate, if you will. It feels like you have been really cleaning your slate for a while. You've got a fresh canvas, and now it's like stepping into that with this new energy, this higher energy, because you've done the work, right? But we can't, if we create from our old like default of who we were, who we thought ourselves to be, then we're going to get similar results, or we'll slow down the manifestations altogether. So this workshop will really help you clear a lot of that, align with that, and really integrate that, so that you are seeing yourself through the eyes of source, right? You're seeing yourself as that powerful, conscious, creative, spiritual being who deserves everything you desire, to really manifest your vision into fruition, right? To be able to get into action in a way that feels motivating and creative and exciting, right? We want to get our excitement back. So, or if you've already got it, that's great. Just keep going with it, right? So that is what I have for you. I'll put that in the description below. Let me know who's here, how this resonates. Share this with your family and friends. And I can't wait to see you next year. Wow, we're almost there. Take care. Bye for now.